Hello, welcome to video 7 about enzymes, metabolism, and respiration. I am now at my friend's house on my fall vacation. Her dogs are here with me, and you might hear them wanting some attention. That's Bjorn and Payson. So have these videos ready that are mentioned on this first slide, so we can show them before the lecture so you will be familiar with what I will be teaching. Before we would begin, I would like Alia to do the things on this slide and then show these videos. Now we will learn the details of what you just saw. We'll start with enzymes. An enzyme is a macromolecule that acts as a catalyst, a chemical agent that speeds up a reaction without being consumed by the reaction. Substrate is the reactant that the enzyme acts on. What accounts for this molecular recognition? How does the enzyme recognize the substrate? Recall that most enzymes are proteins, and proteins are macromolecules with unique three-dimensional configurations. The specificity of an enzyme results from its shape, from the secondary and tertiary structure, which is a consequence of its amino acid sequence. Remember that the amino acid sequence is the primary structure. In this example, we have a sucrose molecule that we want to break into its components of glucose and fructose. We can do that with the enzyme sucrase. Notice the ASE refers to the enzyme. Pause the video and have a volunteer read this. Metabolism refers to all the biochemical reactions that take place in an organism. It allows us to jump and work and breathe and digest. Metabolism needs energy, which is the capacity to do work. Who can tell Elio where energy comes from? You might have said that energy comes from our food. That is correct. We will learn how food provides energy. Food stores energy in its chemical bonds. When bonds release energy, we call it an exergonic reaction. When bonds store energy, we call it an endergonic reaction. Remember, energy can exit or enter, go into the bond. When sucrose breaks apart into glucose and fructose, it releases energy. What type of reaction is this? It is exergonic. However, for glucose and fructose to bond, we need to give it energy. What type of reaction is that? That would be endergonic reaction. The energy is entering the bond. Energy is stored in the chemical bonds, but in our cell, where is this released energy stored? It's stored in the bonds of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is the battery of our cells. To help you remember the name, let's look at the molecule. How many phosphates units does it have? 3. 3 is tri. Which nucleic acid is attached? Remember nucleic acids? Adenine. The phosphate has a negative charge. The bonds repel each other. If one would come off, energy would be released. It takes water to split a phosphate group off of the ATP. We call this hydrolysis because the water, hydrolysis, or splits off a molecule. Removing a phosphate unit results in only 2 phosphate units, which is a DP, diphosphate, plus energy. This energy is used for our metabolism, or the work that our bodies do to survive. It is used by cells to transport molecules across the membrane. It's also used for mechanical work, like what makes our muscles move. These are just 2 examples. It is also used for chemical work. Using this energy means we can do work. Using energy is metabolism. And that results in using up our batteries. We will use up our ATP if we do a lot of work. So how do we recharge the batteries? How do we get the energy back into the batteries? We do that by putting a phosphate unit back on the ADP to make it ATP, or triphosphate. If you have this video handy, show it, or you can wait till the end. But where do we get this energy to put the phosphate back onto ADP? We get that from our food and oxygen. And we call this respiration. We take food, such as glucose, we breathe in oxygen, and through 3 steps, we produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy. We use that energy for work. These are the 3 steps of cellular respiration, and we can see how many ATPs are released. This is very important. All these steps take place in the mitochondria, which is an organelle found in eukaryotes. It is the site of cellular respiration. To summarize the previous slide, cellular respiration converts the chemical energy in sugar into chemical energy in ATP. That is the energy that our cells can use. You must remember and understand that information on the previous slides. We will show the video again at the end of the lecture to review. Here is the mitochondria showing the 3 steps of respiration and where they take place. Glycolysis takes place outside in the cytosol. The cytosol is the liquid we find in each cell. Inside each of our cells is a mitochondria. Steps 2 and 3 take place inside the mitochondria and involve atoms and electrons traveling across the membrane. The next 3 slides show the details of each step. Each step produces the substances needed in the step that follows. But the important thing to remember is this, that together these 3 steps produce ATP. Elio, please forward to slide 17, which is the conclusion. The previous slides in green show you the details of respiration across the mitochondria, but you do not have to know those details. What you do need to know is that a phosphorus unit is put back onto ATP through cellular respiration. And that gives us the energy that we need to work. This is the end of video 7. Please show those videos, the Campbell videos, again for review. Thank you.